Because he was speaking on the things that you're seeing now. He was speaking about trying to save children, about mainly about mysterious substances and things, and being pressured by people not to speak on the industry.
Yeah.
It's just that I think it was about 4 or 5 days for Coolio passed. He made a lot of videos that people claimed that he was talking about the Illuminati, very cryptic messages, and he ended up passing pretty mysteriously about 4 days after.
All right, Dom Lucre is back. How you been, man?
Good, man. How about yourself?
Good. What you been thinking of AmFest?
Just been getting around, getting the connections, really networking mainly.
Yeah. I saw you've been posting on Twitter again. Are you back on X?
Yep. I've been posting more on there, just maintain my numbers.
Yeah. What have you been covering lately that interests you?
Really just how America has been shifting after the election, after the Donald Trump win, the way that it's been reacting to just this, I will call it a current renaissance in culture.
Yeah. I want to go through some of your recent tweets. You talked about Disney removing a transgender storyline.
Yeah, it was one of these new Pixar films I got to see. It was after a lot of backlash from the right-wing conservatives mainly. And to me, I feel like it's a great step in the right direction, just because it shows that if conservatives are able to move the needle, that means they have the culture right now. They wouldn't cut that unless they feel like they had fear of losses in revenue. Absolutely. And the only way you can lose revenue is by losing the numbers. So that means majority of America is now, I guess you could say, somewhat right-leaning.
Yeah. You also posted a clip of Coolio. It was him talking right before he mysteriously passed away, right? What happened there?
A lot of people, they feel like that Coolio was already exposing the industry, exposing a lot of the dark secrets that was going on in hip-hop, which to me, it seems like he was somewhat pathetic, because he was speaking on the things that you're seeing now. He was speaking about trying to save children, mainly about mysterious substances and things, and being pressured by people not to speak on the industry.
Yeah.
It's just that I think it was about 4 or 5 days for Coolio passed. He made a lot of videos that people claimed that he was talking about the Illuminati, very cryptic messages, and he ended up passing pretty mysteriously about 4 days after.
Weird timing, right?
Yeah,
because he was somewhat young. I think in his 50s or early 60s.
Yeah, honestly, you could say he died at the wrong time, because his career somewhat had a revive.
Yeah,
during that time, because of the TikTok era. The Gangsta Paradise was one of the most played audios during that time. So it was pretty strange for him just to take off during the time when he had that heightened.
I also saw you talk about allegedly Diddy could have had a hand in the Jamie Foxx near-death incident, right?
Yeah, and that's weird, because Jamie Foxx, that was when the reports came out. Mainstream media started talking about Jamie Foxx was claiming that Diddy had poisoned him. So I didn't really take much by it until Jamie Foxx did his Netflix special speaking about, he saw the light at the tunnel when he was dying, and at the end of the light, it was Sean Combs. So that itself was kind of strange, and it kind of gives somewhat, I don't know if he could say validity to the claims, but he did, mention these claims about Diddy and his near-death experience.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens to Diddy, Jay-Z, and I'm also interested in Eminem, because he backed Kamala right before the election.
Yeah, he did, and he's backed up, I think Eminem's been pretty hardcore Democrat for a while. Even during the BET cypher when he went at Trump. And it's strange because Eminem was at first an individual that was completely anti-government, and now he's submitted to the government regime. It's sad to see.
It's weird. It's almost like, because he's a smart dude, right?
Yeah.
Like, he's not some dumb celebrity. Like, it makes me wonder if there's blackmail or something.
It makes you wonder, yeah, definitely. But there are some reports about Eminem back in the past with not that favorable reports with how he dealt with women and some of the ages of them.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't surprise me at all. He definitely was Hollywood and the Hollywood golden childs.
Yeah.
You don't become a favorite unless you're known to keep your mouth shut.
Well, there's deep state that have seemed to have infiltrated the celebrity space, right? They plant these guys and then they record videos of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I say the world is a stage, and they create their characters to help play these roles.
Right.
They're not looking for people. They're not looking for independent free thinkers. They're looking for actors to play the role on the world stage.
Yeah. I mean, when you have all the money to play with, you could blow up anyone's career overnight.
And it's so easy. It's crazy. It's so easy. They get the clippers together. They constantly pushing out the clips to where you got thousands and thousands of people pushing the clips. No one can blow without that. It doesn't matter how bad your content is. You're blowing.
These days with the clippers, you can pay, $100K a month and you'll go viral everywhere.
It's insane. It's insane.
Makes you look into Drewski, actually. So him and Myron have been going at it, and that guy kind of blew up out of nowhere too.
He did. And I saw he blew up from the Instagram era.
Yeah.
Just clips start appearing everywhere. His skits start appearing everywhere. And when you see these skits, you'll be like, they are very good. They're funny. And I love them myself. And then you start to
Shout out to today's sponsor, Prolon. If starting the year with a fast feels a little daunting, you're not alone. There's an entire community of individuals wanting to make a meaningful decision in their health, just like you. This is what makes group fasting so powerful and why I'm joining in on Prolon's January Longevity Challenge, which is a coach-led program to set you up for fasting success. Prolon's fasting mimicking diet is a revolutionary plant-based nutrition program that nourishes the body while making cells believe they're fasting. I got all 5 boxes here and I'm starting day 1 tomorrow. It's researched and developed for decades at USC's Longevity Institute and backed by leading US medical centers. It helps promote healthy blood sugar, enhanced skin appearance, fat loss, and improved energy and focus. It all starts with their 5-day program, which contains snacks, soups, and beverages designed to keep the body in a fasting state. No guesswork or planning required, which is a relief after a busy holiday. If you guys are ready to make 2025 your healthiest year yet, order your Prolon 5-day kit at prolonlife.com/DSH. And they're offering Digital Social Hour listeners 15% off their 5-day nutrition program. Use the code DSH at prolonlife.com/DSH.
think, man, I've seen the same similar skit by so many different creators. What makes this one pop? What makes this one blow from everyone else?
Right.
It's because you're seeing that more times. And sometimes that could be because of a campaign that put that clip in front of you.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with him. I know Myron and him are beefing right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I noticed you don't really get into beef stuff.
Well, not really with creators. I did mainly with politicians and more of the like big celebrities like Chrissy Teigen, Adam 22, things like that. But not many people in the creator space. I haven't.
Yeah. What was your disagreement with Adam?
Well, with Adam 22, damn, I kind of forgot.
So it wasn't that serious stuff.
No, it wasn't that serious. That's just pretty much how social media
It was probably some OnlyFans stuff.
Yeah, it was with the OnlyFans stuff there. Manipulating the youth, I know it was with that. His control on hip hop, I think it was pushing out degenerative culture on hip hop.
Yeah. I saw you talk about the Nick Fuentes situation. That's kind of where I draw the line.
Yeah.
You could disagree with someone, but going up to their house.
And I feel like some people are very guilty about that doxing situation. And it's crazy because I feel like the situation is going to lead to more, just change the way that people view doxing.
Yeah.
Because doxing should be viewed as an attempt on someone's life.
I felt like swatting was also a line you don't want to cross, but doxing is a whole nother level.
Yeah, it's very sad. It's good that he didn't, unfortunately, pass for that. And the most strange thing, that individual that got him got 3 people prior and 2 dogs while at the property. So it was a maniac. And it's like, that's because of doxing. Doxing allows someone like that to have access to someone's house that just should not be allowed.
Yeah. Do you think there's any comeback for Dan Crenshaw?
Yeah, I think he can. Definitely in this party. Because I see conservatives are so forgiving. They might claim that they're not. One thing about the conservatives I see, they're very, very forgiving. Way more forgiving than Democrats. If he starts speaking the right tune, it can happen. People forgot about the things that Ted Scott said in the past because he spoke the right tune. If Dan Crenshaw can just stop being so tone deaf, he truly can turn his entire career around, I believe, just because he's conservative. If he was Democrat, maybe not so much.
Do you feel the same way about Mike Johnson?
Same with Mike Johnson. All he has to do is stop spinning. All he has to do. Conservatives are forgiving. They just want you to listen.
Yeah.
They just want you to listen. That's about it.
That's true, though. If it was on the other side, he'd be gone already.
They're cancel culture.
Bernie Sanders' ass. You know, they got rid of Bernie quick.
And he was deserving because he was someone that actually had a fan base.
Yeah.
He was someone that had young people doing TikToks. That's worth something. Other politicians can't actually do that. Yeah. He had people called Bernie Bros. He had a culture.
Yeah. Trump settling with ABC. How do you feel about that?
Trump with ABC?
Settling $15 million.
A step in the right direction. A step in the right direction. People need to be held accountable for the things that they're saying. Slandered this man for years. And I'm looking forward to seeing more lawsuits. I think it needs to happen.
You think he should sue more outlets?
Yeah, I think he should because it could keep them from destroying other lives that don't have the resources to do so.
Right.
So just from him putting the hammer down, it could prevent them from putting the hammer down on people that can't defend themselves.
Like us, because we could probably defend ourselves to a certain degree more than the average person. But if someone really wanted to lock us up, I mean,
it's over.
We don't have millions on standby to fight that.
Definitely, and millions, and then the connection with royalties and things like that, and DAs. It's just different levels of power that you have to defend against the system.
Yeah.
We need someone to attack it.
I mean, I just had Roger Stone on, and they did that to him. And this was a wealthy guy, but they bankrupted him.
Yeah, just completely horrible. And doing the same thing to Rudy Giuliani got us so heartbreaking. What they're doing to Rudy Giuliani, it's someone has to attack the regime.
Legal system is no joke. If it's put against you,
you're done.
You're done, dude.
You're done. So I think it's necessary. We need something to combat it. Every reaction has a Where every action has a reaction, Trump is the reaction.
Absolutely. What's the next documentary or story you're looking to break?
Right now, it's just the culture of America. Like, I really want to focus on the culture of America and try to steer conservatives away from cancel culture. We have the culture now. I've seen us cancel a few brands. I could say rightfully so, but we have to be careful. We go too far off in that wrong direction. We'll get back to how we were canceling books like Harry Potter, burning books, destroying GTA. We cannot get in the way of creativity and evolution. And the more we conserve the culture, the more you're going to see conservatives try to cancel things. And I want to be at least a counter voice to us not steering away potential voters. 2028 is still coming. The things we do now is going to determine if we win in 2028, because we won't have Trump anymore. They're going to hold us accountable for the things we say and we do on who they're going to vote for in the next 4 years.
Bars. Where can people find you, man?
On YouTube at Dom Lucre, X, Instagram, and all the other platforms.
So thanks for coming on. See you guys.
Thank you.